Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon, .com. I am playing Mi Favorita, which is an Italian folk song on classical guitar, and it's a wonderful song, very, very challenging, really pushing me at the moment, and I've really been working hard to get a lesson ready for you guys, so I really hope you're going to enjoy it. You can get the tab completely for free, and I've made the tab quite big, quite easy to read, so you guys can space it out and get playing, because it's one of these songs that you want to be breaking it down into sections. Also, it's going to be quite a long lesson, so I'm going to break this one up into two parts. So you can get the second part of the lesson and the tab all completely for free over at LearnGuitarInLondon.com. It just takes a name and email address to join the student area, as I said, totally free. So you can click a link in the video description. So please give this video a thumbs up if you like what I'm about to teach you, and let's get started on it right away. So here's the first two bars of Mi Favorita. Okay, so we're kind of doing a little run here down the notes. First of all, I'm just going to talk about terminology. Because this is fingerstyle and classical, I keep my thumb on my picking hand on the top three strings, or the bass notes. So that's E, A and D string, Eddie 8 Dynamite. For the fourth string down, the G, I play with my index, middle with the B, and ring finger on the E. So that's Eddie 8 Dynamite, goodbye Eddie, thumb, 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 index, middle, ring. Okay, so I like to use the note names of the strings rather than use numbers so much, because the numbers gets confusing, numbers here and numbers here. So with that in mind, we've got all our terminology in. We're on fret 2 with our middle finger on the D string, and we're going to pinch the D and the E string, the thinnest D. That means pulling two strings at once. Then we're going to go 3rd fret on the B string, and we're going to be playing the D string with a pinch on that string as well. And then a final pinch based around your C chords. If you make a C, the index finger on 1st fret on the B, and then ring finger on 3rd fret on the A. You don't need the middle finger. Then 2nd fret on the A string, and open on the B string as another pinch. Then move your middle finger down to the 2nd fret on the G string, and open string on the A to give us two A's. And then 3rd fret on the thickest string and open G string to give us two Gs. Okay, so that's the beginning. Okay, so bar 3 and 4 is... Okay, so I'm on fret 2 on the thickest string, and fret 4 with either my pinky or my ring finger, depending on your hand size, on the D string. This is making what we call playing with octaves or power chords. It's not actually a power chord, it's an octave, because you've got an F sharp and another F sharp. So you're going to play those two strings, and then you're going to slide that shape on this hand up to fret 7 and 9. Trying to keep all your fingers down as you go would be great. Now I do an actual slide, because I think the slide sounds really nice and dramatic. So keeping the pressure down and sliding our fingers over, I think that sounds really, really nice, okay? And then we're open on the thickest string, and then a pinch on the G, B and E string as an open, and then doing that again. So those two bars are... Okay, let's go into the next two bars. Okay, so we're getting started on our melody here, okay? So we're going to play open on thickest, another big pinch, index, middle and ring on the open strings, then 3rd fret on the thinnest string to start our melody off. Please use your middle finger for that 3rd fret on your fretting hand. Then slide that middle finger up to fret 7, and that's going to give you a great starting point for the rest of the tune. So you're going to pinch top and bottom, then index and middle as an open strings, then 6, 7, 8. Now if you're using the middle finger on 7, 6 is index, middle finger is 7, ring finger is 8. Okay, so you're then going to repeat that in the next bar, so it's... Okay, so kind of this song, the intro at least, it does have or the first few bars are quite repetitive. So that's bar 7. Moving on to the next line of the tab, this is 8 and 9. Okay, so we're moving around the neck a little bit there, as you can see. So we're going pinching top and bottom string, that's the only pinch in the bar, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, open. So that's middle, index, middle, ring, middle, open. Okay? And then you're moving quickly down to fret 2 on the E string and 2 on the thickest string. Now technically, if you can get there fast enough, you can be making a B7 with your middle ring and pinky finger on fret 2 on the D, A, fret 2 on the G, and fret 2 on the E. Now that's really where you'd want to go, but I've always found my muscle memory just wants to do this. So ring finger on 2 and ring finger on 2 here, pinching those 2 strings, moving my ring up to the G string on fret 2, pinching that note we're playing with the string underneath, the open B, and then pinky finger on fret 2. So that's how I do it. But if you can get to that shape quick enough, well done you. But that's how I play it. Okay? Okay, good. Moving on to fret 10 and 11. Here we go. Okay, so it's basically the same bar played twice, but we need to kind of really delve into what's going on here. So first of all, you're barring the bottom 4 strings with your index finger. Barring means pressing down more than one string at the same time. Bottom 4 strings on fret 4 with your middle finger on 5 on the thinnest string. That will give you the start of bar 10. Then you've got the 2 4s that the bar's playing, and you're going to play those with the G, the middle, index and middle. Then lift up middle, then put middle finger down, then pinky finger on 7. So on the thinnest string it's 5, 4, 5, 7, and fingers wise it's middle finger, nothing, index with the bar, middle, pinky, then we just do that again. Okay, into the next bar. That's the next 2 bars. So let's just concentrate on what we're doing there again. It's the same thing, leaving our bar there on fret 4, and we're going middle on 5, then letting go with middle to play the 4 underneath on the thinner string, then putting middle back to do the 5, then pinky on 7, then letting go with pinky to come back to middle, so you can leave that one held down when you get good at it, then pinky on 7 on the B string. So that's pinky on the B there, all the while holding the bar down. And then you can let go with the bar, just leaving the middle on 5, playing the top and bottom string as a pinch, then moving that middle down to 3rd fret on the thinnest and pinching the G, B and E string. Okay, good. So to summarise that, this is bar 11 when the bar chord starts on fret 4. Sorry, that was from bar 10, my mistake. Okay, so let's look at 14, 15 and 16. No, just 14 and 15 is fine. Okay, so this is just the same as bar 6 and 7. So we've already done all this. So it's 7, don't forget to use your middle finger on 7, then index on 6, middle on 7, ring on 8, then repeat that, pinching the G and B. And then 16 and 17 goes like this. If I can find that 12, it's been a while since I've played it. Okay, so what we're doing there is staying on 7. We're going 7, just talking about the thinner string here, top and bottom string pinch, 7, index on 6, middle on 7, ring on 8, middle on 7, then move your middle up to 12. Now you may have 2 dots on your guitar. I'm sorry my guitar isn't very well labelled for this, but my 12 is just where the body starts to match the neck there. So we're going to play that 12, Then we're going to play it again with a pinch on the A string. So we're going, and then we're going to come down 2 frets to find fret 10, put our ring finger on 10 on the B and middle finger on 10 on the D. And we're going to pull those 2 notes. So it's, sorry, that's a little hard to see in that camera angle. There you go. Okay, so a little bit to focus practice will be 16 and 17. Okay, good. Okay, from there. Okay, so the melody is crawling down. So we've just come from this, from these 10s. From here we go down 2 more frets. I use my ring finger for this, but pinky finger would be a little more pertinent because we're going to be going down to 5. But I use my ring just because of the muscle memory I've got, but I recommend pinky on 8. So we're going to pinch the A and the E string on for the 0 and the 8, then open on thinnest string, then fret 5 on the thinnest, then 7 with the ring finger on the thinnest, and then 8 again. So this is why pinky finger would be better. So if you can find your 8, so coming from this, I'm not used to doing that, I do that, but pinky finger would be better, okay? Okay, so that's that part. Now into bar 19, we're 7, pinching on the G and B string, then open on thinnest, 2nd fret on thinnest, 3rd fret on thinnest. Okay, good, well done so far. Next 2 bars to close this phrase and this sort of opening part. And I'll do the next bar as well. Okay, just because it makes more sense musically. And then we're off again. Okay, so what am I doing there? This is bar 20. First of all, I'm barring the bottom 5 strings with my index finger. I'm playing the 2nd fret on the A string and the 2nd fret on the E string. I'm pulling those 2 strings. Then ring finger on fret 4 on the B, whilst leaving the bar there preferably. Then playing 2 4s on the B, then pinky on 5, and then finally 2 again on the thinnest string. That's why the bar chord's important there. And then lifting up the bar, going to fret 2 on the D string, doing a big pinch on the bottom 4 strings, D, G, B and E. I do a roll like this, but you can pinch, that's fine. 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the thickest string, open on the thickest string, and then we're going to play our 3 again and be ready to repeat for what we've already done before. Okay, so that sort of closes off. When you get to bar 22, everything repeats. So this is bar 22, and then we're going round again. So we've learnt this already. I'll do it slowly though. So we've done all this. And so on and so forth, on to the next page, where we're doing the same thing. Up to 12, pinching with the 12 when you get there, 2 10s, and then I recommended pinky, but I don't have the muscle memory for that. But anyway, pinky on 8, keeping going. And then that takes us into part 2 of the lesson.